Fresh from the arcades is a home version of Namco's spectacular ski games. Alpine Racer 3 takes the best bits of the two coin-ops and remixes them for your television. Downhill racing is the order of the day, but this isn't just some SSX clone. Each of the 7 playable characters have wildly different skills and aren't restricted to just snowboarding downhill. You can strap on a pair of full-size skis or even a set of snowblades. Many of the courses are modelled on real-life slopes in France and Switzerland, but there are also a handful of crazy bonus tracks on which to catch some air. The insane Cybertrick Monster Course is like a giant metal roller coaster dropped on top of a city, and it's a great laugh. Alpine Racer 3 is available in Japan now, but it won't make it over here until the weather starts to get a bit chillier. That'll be September then.
Answer. Hey, Tyler.
Jade, get out! They're coming for you.
Whoa,
They're coming for me.
Tyler,
too,
slow
but
down.
no time to...
Who's coming?
No time. There's a gun behind your fridge. Find it and get it.
Ever feel like the whole world's against you? Spare a thought for the lass here. She's called Jade, and she's the star of the new light gun blaster Endgame, the story of one woman's battle against the world. Think conspiracy theories. Think shadowy corporation agents. Whatever you think, it's all an excuse for a hell of a lot of killing. Jade's only escape is to shoot her way through the hordes of enemies in levels set all over a futuristic Europe. As you can see, you're no stationary target. You can control your position to hide from gunfire, a bit like Namco's Time Crisis 2. Endgame is scheduled to arrive in late summer. This is the crazy-looking Freekstyle from EA Sports Big, the people who brought you the SSX games. Most PS2 motorbike games have been a bit lackluster so far, but Freekstyle looks enormous fun. As you can see, spinning your bike 3 times in the air while jumping through a giant ring of fire is definitely the way forward. You progress through 6 circuit courses, a stunt arena and a special unlockable freestyle course. An SSX-style trick system should allow extreme sports experts to pull off big tricks straight away, and beginners won't be too bewildered. There's no music on this early footage, but the finished game will have exclusive DJ mixes. Check out the courses on show here, and say goodbye to gritty realism. Anyone after a proper motocross sim will be disappointed, but who cares? This looks like much more fun. Freekstyle should be in the shops by late July. You've been inside haunted houses in video games before, but you've usually got a gun to keep any nasties at bay. That's not the case in Project Zero. All you have is a camera. This isn't your average survival horror game. A little girl called Miyu goes into a strange mansion to find out about the disappearance of her brother. As she wanders along dark corridors, she hears strange noises. Figures reflect in mirrors, but are gone when she turns around. She's frightened. When the ghosts do show themselves, her camera is the only protection. Luckily, it's a special piece of kit. The camera is enchanted, and getting a shot of a spectre with it banishes them back to the afterlife. When a ghost appears, you quickly look through the viewfinder and try and snap the spook before he gets you. Of course, you can't see as much through a camera lens as you can from a Resident Evil style fixed camera view. That's where the fear comes in. Project Zero is a bit different, but it looks like it tells a decent ghost story. Developed by Tecmo, whose previous games include the Dead or Alive series, watch out for it in the autumn. It may not have the graphical pizzazz of Final Fantasy X, but Suikoden 3 from Konami looks like it will be every inch as immersive a role-playing game. It's the story of three young warriors in their struggle to find the legendary fire hero, and you know it isn't going to be over in just a few hours. There's a whole new battle system that lets you swap positions at any time during a fight, and there's plenty of dragons too. We know it's not going to change the RPG haters' minds, but just look at all this classic Japanese stuff. Crazy cartoon cutscenes, random battles, huge fantasy creatures and massive free-roaming environments. All this and a duck in a crash helmet. We can't wait to see what the finished product will look like when we finally see it in the UK later this year. In the meantime, sit back and watch some more footage of this pedigree role player. If you like to see big blokes fight for real, you probably gave up on the WWF ages ago. The Ultimate Fighting Championship is where it's at, with fighters legally beating each other to a bloody mess. It's the perfect material for a console game, of course, so UFC Throwdown is on the way. It has all the fighters from the real tournaments, and the fighting style is a decent copy of the real thing. Sluggers like Tito Ortiz trade blows, before going to ground, and trying to lock on to a submission hold. This means tactically wearing down your opponent with kicks and punches before getting him in a painful hold on the floor. It's a very different fighting experience to the likes of Virtua Fighter 4, but is definitely violent enough to be worth watching out for in July. PS2 hasn't been blessed with great rally games up to now. The rally bits in Gran Turismo 3 were good, WRC was okay, but that's about it. However, we've high hopes that V-Rally 3 from Infogrames will do the business, as the previous games in the series were smash hits on PS1. There's certainly a great number of cars, with every single 1.6 litre rally car included, plus a load of 2 litre cars, such as the Subaru Impreza and the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 7. V-Rally 3 tries to realistically simulate rally driving in 6 different countries. The Swedish stages are all about mastering the ice, whereas the desert tracks of Kenya require a different approach to finish quickest. We're keen to see how the career mode works, as you sign a deal with a team and have to live up to their expectations for the season. V-Rally 3 is due off the ramps any day now.